Ayo, Ayo, Ayo. What if I told you, right now, someone out there is alive, breathing, winning, because of you? Nah, don't scroll, don't blink. This ain't soft. This is the kind of truth that hits your chest and rearranges your soul. Because your kindness just changed everything. Yeah, you. The one who thought it was just a small act. The one who almost didn't do it. The one who said, it's nothing. It was never nothing. There was a man, sitting in silence, not peaceful, the dangerous kind, the kind where thoughts get loud and hope gets quiet. Money? He had it. Power? Overflowing? A billionaire? Cars? Buildings? People bowing, but inside, empty, hollow, like a kingdom built on sand. And that night, he was done, not tired, not stressed, done, finger hovering over a decision that doesn't come back, a moment where even the strongest minds break. And then, you showed up. No speech, no grand entrance, no cape, no spotlight, just you. A smile, a word, a tiny act of kindness you almost didn't give. And boom, reality shifted. You think you just helped someone? Nah. You interrupted a collapse. You walked into a war you didn't see and ended it without firing a single shot. That man, he paused. For the first time in weeks, his mind didn't scream. Because in a world full of fake smiles and calculated moves, you were real. People like him expect betrayal, expect greed, expect masks. But kindness, pure, uncalculated, undeserved kindness. That's rare, that's dangerous, that's power. You didn't just save a man, you broke his belief system. You reminded him there's still something human left in this cold game. And here's what'll mess with your head. He'll never forget you. While you think you did nothing, your face, your voice, your energy is replaying in the mind of a man who owns empires. At his lowest point, when money couldn't save him, when power couldn't fix him, you did. Let that sink in. Your kindness did what billions couldn't. You changed the outcome of a life that affects thousands, maybe millions. Because when he wakes up, he won't wake up the same. He'll think different, move different, lead different. All because for one moment, you chose kindness instead of indifference. Here's the Joker truth. Kindness isn't weakness. It's controlled chaos, unpredictable, untraceable, unstoppable. People think power is loud, aggressive, dominant. Nah, real power whispers and still changes everything. You didn't need recognition. You didn't need credit. You didn't even need to know. Because impact doesn't ask permission. It just happens. So next time your mind says, it's not a big deal, they won't care. Why bother? Remember this, somewhere out there, a life is hanging by a thread. And you might be the reason it doesn't snap. Not because you're perfect, not because you're powerful, but because you're real in a world full of fake. Your kindness didn't just help. It rewrote fate. And you still don't get it, do you? You're out here moving like you're ordinary, like you're small, like you don't matter. Meanwhile, somewhere in the shadows, your small moment is echoing like a gunshot in someone else's life. Yeah, it didn't end that night. That was just the beginning. Because that man, the one you unknowingly saved, he didn't just go home and forget. Nah, he sat there, staring at nothing, replaying everything. Your voice, your energy, that one moment where you chose to care, when the world taught you not to, and something inside him shifted, not healed, not fixed, but awakened. You see, pain like his doesn't disappear overnight. But you planted something dangerous in him, hope. And hope, in in the mind of a broken man with power. That's not soft, that's explosive. The next morning, he didn't wake up the same mansion, same money, same empire, but a different mind. He looked at everything he built, and for the first time, he questioned it. Why am I doing this? Who am I becoming? Who saved me? And why? Yeah, you became a question in the mind of a billionaire, and questions create change. He started moving different. Decisions he would have made cold, ruthless, calculated. He paused, because somewhere in the back of his mind, your kindness was whispering louder than his demons. Employees he would have crushed, he listened. Deals he would have forced, he reconsidered. Lives he would have ignored, he started noticing. Why? Because you proved something his world never could. That not everything is a transaction, not everything is fake, not everyone is out to take. And now, that one moment, that one act, is spreading like fire through everything he touches. People getting opportunities they never would have had. Families eating because he chose compassion over greed. Futures being rewritten, all because of something you almost didn't do. This is where it gets dark. Because imagine the opposite. Imagine if you stayed silent, looked away, said, "Not my problem." That man, gone. That impact, erased. Those lives, never changed. That's the weight you carry without even knowing it. You think your actions are isolated? Nah. They ripple. They multiply. They echo into places you'll never see. Into lives you'll never meet. Into futures you'll never witness. And the craziest part? You don't get applause. No headlines. No recognition. Just silence. And a reality that shifted because of you. So don't you ever downplay who you are again. Don't you ever call your kindness weak. Because weak people don't change destinies. Weak people don't stop endings. Weak people don't rewrite futures. You did. You're not just existing, you're altering timelines. Every choice, every word, every moment you decide to be real in a fake world. You're playing a game that most people don't even realize exists, and you're winning. So next time life tries to harden you, next time pain tells you to shut down, next time the world says, "Don't care," smile. Because now you know something they don't. Your kindness, it's not soft, it's not small, it's not meaningless, it's lethal. It destroys endings and creates beginnings no one saw coming. And somewhere out there, a billionaire breathes, a future expands, 1,000 lives shift, because you decided for 1 second to be human. And that's not even the craziest part, because while you went on with your life, thinking it was just another day, that moment, it kept growing, evolving, becoming something bigger than you ever imagined. Yeah, you walked away, but the impact, it stayed. That man started digging, not into the world, into himself. Late nights, no sleep, just silence and thoughts that wouldn't stop. Why did that stranger care? What did they see in me when I saw nothing? And that question, it became an obsession. Because for the first time in his life, he realized something terrifying. All the money, all the power, all the control, and he still couldn't buy what you gave him for free. Let that burn. So he started chasing it. Not money, not dominance, meaning. And when a man like that chases meaning, he doesn't move small. He goes all in. Charities, funded overnight. Debts, cleared without warning. People on the edge, pulled back without ever knowing who saved them. Sound familiar? Yeah. He became you. Or at least, he tried to. But here's the twist. He'll never fully be you. Because what you did, wasn't strategy, wasn't calculated, wasn't for image. It was raw, real, unfiltered, and that's what made it powerful. Still, the world started changing around him, not loudly, not all at once, but quietly, consistently, like a chain reaction nobody could trace. And guess what? You are the source. Every life he touches now, every person he helps, every future he saves, is connected to that one moment, that one decision, that one version of you that refused to be cold. So when you feel invisible, when you feel like nothing you do matters, when the world makes you question your worth, remember this: you've already done something most people will never do. You changed a life at its breaking point and triggered a ripple that's still expanding. And here's the dark truth. Once you realize this kind of power lives inside you, you can't go back. You can't pretend you don't matter. You can't act like your choices are small, because now you know. Every moment is a trigger. Every word is a weapon. Every act is a spark. You either light something or you let it die. So the question isn't, does it matter anymore? The question is, what are you going to do with it? Because now you're aware. Now you're dangerous. Not because you destroy, but because you can change everything without anyone seeing it coming. And somewhere out there, right now, another life is sitting on the edge. Another story is seconds away from ending. Another moment is waiting for you. So don't hesitate next time. Don't overthink it. Don't hold back. Because you already know what happens when you show up. Your kindness isn't just a choice anymore. It's a force. And now it gets even deeper. Because you think this story ends with him. Nah, that's just level 1. What you started, it doesn't stay contained. It spreads like smoke in a closed room, silent, invisible, but everywhere. That man didn't just change actions. He changed influence. And influence, that's where things get dangerous. People started watching him, copying him, questioning him. Why is he different now? Why is he helping? What changed? And just like that, without your name ever being mentioned, your kindness became a blueprint, a pattern, a signal, a glitch in a system built on selfishness. Now imagine this. One person helps 10. 10 help 100. 100 shift thousands. All from one moment where you refused to be cold. You didn't just save a billionaire, you infected the system. And here's the part nobody is ready to hear. You don't get to turn this off. Once you're aware of your impact, every choice gets heavier, every silence louder, every action becomes a fork in reality. Because now you know what 1 second of kindness can do. So what happens if you stop? If you ignore it? Walk past it? Shut it down? That chain weakens. That ripple slows. That unseen impact fades. But if you lean into it, if you keep showing up, even when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, unnoticed, then what you started doesn't just grow. It becomes unstoppable. Because the world isn't changed by loud people. It's changed by real ones. The ones who act when it's easier not to. Who care when it's safer not to. Who stay human in a system trying to erase that. You're not just part of the world. You're quietly rewriting it. Most people will never realize what you've done. They'll live better, choose better, feel hope they can't explain. Because of a ripple they never saw start. That's your power. Silent, invisible, relentless. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for recognition, because that moment is always random, always small, always everything. Somewhere right now, another life is on the edge. Another decision seconds away, another story about to break. No warning, no signs, just a moment and a choice. So when it comes, don't hesitate. Because now you know, you're not just being nice. You're shifting outcomes. You're interrupting endings. You're rewriting stories that were supposed to end in darkness and turning them into something nobody expected.